Hello, my friends. Brett Pattison coming at you from the financial capital of the West Salt Lake City. Joined by not the chairman today,
Not
but
today.
joined by our Director of Client Services, the great Katie Sano.
Thank you, Brett.
Great to have you here.
Thanks. Good to be on this side.
There's something big going on right now, and that is a transition from TD Ameritrade to Charles Schwab.
Yeah.
About 3 years ago, TD Ameritrade was purchased by Charles Schwab, and it's taken them this long to deal with the advisor side of their business.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about that transition because it is happening Labor Day weekend. And so I've got some FAQs, some frequently asked questions that I'm going to throw at you.
Okay, let's do
because
it.
you know all things
Yeah. Well, hopefully.
for this transition.
We'll find out right now.
So the most important question that clients want to know, what do they need to do?
Yeah. So great question. As of right now, nothing. Don't need to do anything right now.
Nothing.
If they've logged into their TD Ameritrade account previously, then they can go into it and link that login to their new Schwab login. But if they've never logged in, that option's no longer there anymore. So we'll just wait until it's at Charles Schwab to log in there. But for the most part, there's nothing that needs to happen on a client
All right.
end.
So they don't need to do anything.
Nothing.
Will Irongate still be their advisor and managing their money?
Yes. So the great thing about this is the only thing that has changed is instead of the account saying that it is held at TD Ameritrade, it is held at Charles Schwab, and it will have a different account number. Other than that, stays the same. We still can do everything that we need to do in those accounts.
New account number, new website to log into.
Yes, correct.
Okay, tell me this. If somebody has not logged in to their TD Ameritrade account and has not linked it in any way, they will receive communication from Charles Schwab or from us to log in.
Yes, from us. We will send it to them. So we'll kind of send a reminder email after the transition. It's not active until September 5th. So then they can go to schwaballiance.com and they'll need their new account number, which they should have received in the mail over the within the last month, they should have gotten that. So yes, they'll get a reminder from us with the link so that they can log into their new account.
If people have questions about their account, can they contact Irongate for help?
Absolutely. 100%, totally welcome it. Don't hesitate at all to contact us. We want to make sure they're as comfortable with the transition as we have been.
So if they don't know their account number because they're like me and they don't read their mail very often,
please call us.
Call client services to get that account number to be able to log in.
Correct. Yep.
To Schwab. All right. Will the accounts all be the same? IRAs, the names, trusts, accounts, all that is going to be the same.
Everything is the same. So that's the nice part about it is that because it's been a 3-year transition, they've worked really hard to make sure that everything from those accounts, even the preferences for electronic communication, that everything transfers to that new account as well.
Now, Katie, I've worked really hard managing these people's money.
You have.
And I think we bought some pretty darn good businesses. All of those investments will not change.
Correct.
Even option trades will stay the same.
Correct. Yes. Nothing is going to change. So I kind of look at it as we turn a switch off at TD Ameritrade, turn the switch on at Charles Schwab, and it's the exact same picture. Just one had some green colors. The other one's going to have some blue colors. Everything within that account is the exact same.
Okay. And here's a good question. A question on everybody's mind.
Okay.
What additional fees, if any, does Charles Schwab
Yeah.
charge?
Really great question. And luckily, nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. There will be no additional fees, nothing other than what our current management fees are.
Okay. Now, a lot of people have distributions, contributions set up. They're receiving money or they're putting money into their accounts on certain days of the month. What happens with all that?
Yeah, that stays the same. So every single thing will stay the same. No matter what day it's on, no matter what the frequency was, that will all continue. So even with this transitioning happening over Labor Day, everything at TD Ameritrade kind of shuts down on the 1st. Everybody who had those contributions or distributions scheduled for the 1st will continue to go out.
Okay.
And then it will come from TD Ameritrade. And then on the 5th, because of the holiday on that Monday, on the 5th, if there was anything that was scheduled to go in between then, it'll continue to go out on the 5th. There is not one thing that needs to change with making sure that happens. We don't need to set up new instructions or anything.
So no disruptions in the way that clients receive money or give money.
Correct. And if for some reason there is, or a client has concern, or if anything, like, just reach out to us and make sure, but nothing will happen.
Okay. People often call in the middle of the day or at night or whenever, and they say, Brett, I need $100,000 tomorrow. And at TD Ameritrade, I'm saying, done.
Yeah.
We can do it.
Yep.
I'll sell right now. We'll get it to you.
Yeah.
How's that different at Charles Schwab?
Yeah, that is one big change that we'll need to work through a little bit to make sure that everyone's aware of. At Charles Schwab, once you free up that cash, we need to wait 3 business days in order for us to be able to send that cash out to an account that has been linked already. And if it was linked at TD Ameritrade, that all transfers over. But there is a 3-day wait period from the time that that trade settles to when we can send out the money.
So if a client, there's no more next day, which stinks, but that's the reality of Schwab. Yeah. If there's a bank account linked to their investment account, 3 days.
Yes, correct.
If there's not a bank account linked, and they want to establish a bank account linked to their investment account and receive money, 3 days?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Unfortunately.
Okay,
yeah.
so 10
Charles,
business days.
10 business days. Yep. With Charles Schwab, whenever a new bank account is set up, it needs to be accompanied by a voided check to prove that it's their bank account. But Charles Schwab has a 10-day wait period from when that document is submitted to when transactions can take place on that account.
So that's different too.
That's different.
It's just a little longer, and I would guess that is just security and making sure there's no fraud involved. So although it's kind of a bummer, it takes longer. I think they're a little bit more careful with things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great. Differences in apps. Tell me this: the Advisor Center or whatever it's been called at TD Ameritrade, Advisor Client.
Yeah.
What's
Schwab?
So
at TD Ameritrade it was Advisor Client, and at Charles Schwab it's called Schwab Alliance. The cool part about Schwab Alliance is you can do a lot more through Schwab Alliance than you could at TD Ameritrade.
Like what?
So you can go in and change your beneficiaries. You can change your address through there. You can change your tax withholdings. You can initiate linking a bank account. You can also initiate any transfers that you need to happen within that account. Much more flexibility that way with that app.
If I'm a client and I have a check, can I do a what do you call that?
A mobile deposit. Yeah, that's probably one of the greatest features that's different is you can deposit that check through that app, just like you do your bank account, through your bank app as well. And it hits the account that day. And you are actually able to trade on those funds depending on the time that it hits that same day. So super excited about that piece. People can still mail in their checks to us and we can do that mobile deposit for them. But that is definitely a really cool feature.
So here's the deal. If the market is tanking, I want everybody to do mobile deposits and then let us know so I can buy some stuff.
Yeah.
So should they download the Schwab Alliance app over Labor Day and just be ready if they want to?
Yes, I would highly recommend that they download it. If they haven't been able to link their existing TD Ameritrade login, again, we'll send them instructions, but to have it ready to go because things get done quicker if it's done through that app as well. The other cool part about it is if we needed to make an update on the account, we can do it digitally through an e-authorization. So we do things on our end, and all it does for our client is sends them a notification that they need to authorize a change. And they review it and approve it right on the app.
Oh, wow.
Don't go through DocuSign. I mean, there are some things that we'll still use DocuSign for, but it makes it really, really quick, and those changes are updated much quicker.
So it sounds like there's some pros to the speed on some things and then a lag on others.
Yeah.
Give and take here, folks. Give and take. Anything else our clients should know about the change from Schwab or from TD to Schwab?
I think that's it. Pretty much the biggest thing is just know we've been in it for the last 3 years, and we've been working a lot on our end, doing lots of trainings to make sure that our clients' funds and their positions, that everything is as smooth as possible and doesn't require much work for them.
Which we appreciate. I appreciate that you're doing that. I'm sure our clients do as well. If a client wakes up and it's September 5th and they haven't linked or don't know what to do, should they send an email and call? What should they do?
Yeah, I think you can do either, whatever is more comfortable. You could text us, call us, email, let us know what you're seeing, what the issue is, and our whole focus is to make sure that they're as comfortable as possible and can see everything they need to.
Client services at igga.com.
Correct.
Is the email.
Yep.
Really one word, client services, or 2 words smashed
together
into one word. Phone number?
Phone number 801-575-6427. Text or call that number.
That's the same number. Okay, say that one more time.
801-575-6427.
All right, there you go. If you have any questions, call that number, text that number, or pop an email.
Pop an email.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.